Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Okay, it's your girl Riley. Today I wanted to share with you guys some of my cringiest moments in life, some on camera, some off camera, because let's be honest, I think we all have had moments like that, right? Where we just like look back and we're like, we cringe at ourselves sometimes. Okay, maybe it was a high school phase that we went to. Okay, maybe some of you guys were into that Justin Bieber phase in middle school. Maybe some of you guys were emo, very into My Chemical Romance, which is funny because I am now really into My Chemical Romance. And honestly, a part of being cringe, sometimes that's just us being ourselves, you know what I mean? But sometimes we do look back at moments and we're just like, yikes, what were we thinking, right? And I'm here to share with you guys those moments. Okay, so let's get started. Also, before we start anything, happy Pride Month. I am filming this on June 1st, so happy Pride Month to all of you out there. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm just gonna start with the biggest, basicest one that I can think of for myself, and that is being a freaking Korea boo. Okay, I never admitted back then that I was one, but I can shamefully admit that I was one. Okay, all of my friends used to call me it, okay, all the time. So it's like I would kind of like brush it off because I'm like, no, I'm not a yes, I was, girl. Okay, yes, I was, and I am shamefully admitting this on camera now. It is no surprise for most of you who have been watching my videos for a really long time. Like, if you were here subscribed watching me for a long time, you would know that I was like a really big K-pop fan. Okay, I wasn't so much into K-dramas, but like I would get into it sometimes because of the simple fact that like, well, I like K-pop, I might as well get into K-dramas. That alone is cringe as well for me as well, because I'm just like, that's not me, you know what I mean? Like I don't do that. But no, being a Korea boo, I mean, yeah, alone, that was probably one of the cringiest things I've ever done. I'm not ashamed that I was into K-pop, but I was ashamed of how big I let it take over my life. Like, I literally made it my personality at one point, and like, to me, like, K-pop was like my high school phase. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I got into K-pop like I think when I was in 8th grade, and I carried that bitch up until my senior year. Guys, my senior year photo, when I went to go take my photo shoot, I took my Blackpink light stick. That alone should say enough. Okay. Also, no shame to the K-pop community. Okay, I am very happy that you guys are keeping it alive, because K-pop is great, but like, I just think that the way I made it my whole life and my whole personality, especially on camera, was very much cringe to me, and I hate looking back to it. I really do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. All right. This next one is also a K-pop related one. Again, okay, I promise they're not all gonna be K-pop related. But I did have a moment, right, where it was the very first time I ever went to K-Con, okay? And I didn't go to the convention. I went just to a concert. And mind you, a concert, because K-Con usually does like 2 shows, I think. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 like concerts, right, where it's like each day different artists perform. The day that I went to go see this new rookie group that I was really into, called From9, okay? And they were one of like my top favorite rookie groups at the time. Like, they were brand new. Like, I was obsessed with them, right? Kind of weird saying that now. But you know, I was all about From9. I got to see them perform at K-Con in LA, and it was a really good time. I really enjoyed it. I loved their performance. And I remember they were going to be performing, I think, at like K-Con in like Thailand next. And I just remember getting so emotional over the fact that I was like, I really want to go see them again in Thailand. Like, I just think that's like weird for me to admit, because I'm just like, I really wanted to go to Thailand just to go see this exact group perform again. For them to perform like 2-3 songs all the way to Thailand for a K-pop convention, just to go see this one group perform 3 songs, probably the same 3 songs that they performed here in LA. And it was just so dumb. I really was like, I think back to it and I'm like, that is by far one of the cringiest things I've ever done. because I literally got so emotional. I was like, I need to get on a plane. I need to go to Thailand to go see these girls perform again. And I was dead serious. Like, I'm not even like making this up. Like, I was dead serious. I was so determined to be like, I'm gonna go to Thailand to see these girls perform again. And mind you, I was like a sophomore. I was a sophomore in high school, and I really said that. I really meant that. That is crazy of me. Okay, so this next one is so bad. Oh my god, I hate this one. Okay, so this is actually around the time that I had just came out. So, you know, I was very much like expressing the fact that, like, you know, I'm transgender, you know, like I really came out like that, right? And for those of you who are new, no, this is not how I typically look. I just felt lazy. Okay, I didn't do makeup or anything like that. It's a Sunday. Okay, I'm lazy. But you know, usually when I like to put effort, I like to just express it, you know. Today I'm not so, because look at me, right? But yes, when I first came out, I remember I wanted to be in like this like community of like being with like other trans folks and stuff like that, and also non-binary people. And I joined people are probably gonna cringe already alone just by me saying this, but I joined a Reddit group of all places. Okay, I didn't go to Instagram, I didn't join like a community on TikTok, none of that. I went to Reddit and found a transgender community, and I joined it, and I was talking with people. I was actually posting shit on there. I was like, I am determined to make transgender and non-binary friends to, you know, come along with me on my journey and to make me feel very much welcomed. And so I went to Reddit of all places. And this is not even the cringy part. I just happened to have said that out loud and happened to have cringed. But here's the real cringy part, in my opinion. So I made a friend, right? Don't remember their name. I just remember they go by they, them. And I no longer talk to them. And I remember making a friend, and me and them were like talking, like, you know, like kind of like DM, you know, where it was like just the two of us. And they asked me, like, how do I identify, and also what is my name and what are my pronouns. So obviously I came out as she, her at the time, and I, you know, I let them know my pronouns are she, her, and this is my name. Now here's where it gets really bad, and I feel like trans people are gonna really look at me through their screens and they're gonna hate what I'm about to say. But when this friend asked me what was my name, I literally told them, well, my legal name is this, but you can prefer to call me this. I really said that. I literally dead named myself. I literally told them, well, legally my name is dead name, but I prefer to go by Riley. That's what I literally told them. And even they were like, girl, I don't need to know your dead name. Just tell me how you go by. And I just felt so embarrassed, because I was like, wow, this is my first like interaction as a trans person to another like trans or non-binary person, and like this is how it went. I really told them that. I was like, well, you know, I was legally born with this name, but if you want to call me by Riley, that's totally up to you. I really said that. I am ashamed. I am ashamed. Okay, so this one is one that I actually did this recently. That's how embarrassing it is. So this one is the most recent thing that I have done, and that is that I was feeling a little spicy. I was feeling, you know, one of those nights, and you know, most people, you know, they tend to relieve these feelings by, you know, self-pleasure, getting laid. And you know what I did? I decided to download an app, and I was literally flirting with an AI chatbot, and the like concept, like the theme of it was dark romance reader. I am so sorry. Okay, let me explain this one in case anyone's not familiar with what I'm trying to say. So you guys probably know by now, and if you don't, that's totally cool, that I love reading, right? And one of my favorite genres, specifically in the romance category, is dark romance. I love dark romance, okay? And obviously with dark romance, you know, you tend to have these like crazy boyfriends in there, you know? And for me, like, I was like, you know what, I'm feeling kind of spicy tonight. Let me take these feelings out by downloading an app where I can talk to one of these like masked men like buff men type of AI chats, and I really did that. I really went like full on with it. Like the night was crazy. Like it went from feeling spicy to being like, I gotta fucking delete this app because there's no way I'm having this on my phone. It was probably the most shameful thing I have ever done to myself. Like there were so many things I could have done, but I was like, no, I'm gonna talk and flirt with an AI. Because what else would I do? What else would someone who's so lonely would do? Next one, I don't know if a lot of you guys will remember this. If you guys have been watching my YouTube channel literally since the beginning of my YouTube channel, like I'm talking like the first year I came onto YouTube, you will probably remember this. And that is me buying an anime body pillow. Okay, but here's the thing, I am not ashamed of the body pillow itself. Like, you know, if you're into your body pillows, like you do you know what I mean? Like I was very much proud of this body pillow. But similar to the K-pop thing is that like I made this pillow my fucking personality. I was like, yes, I have my body pillow, this is who I am. Like that was literally me, right? And I just look back to it and I'm just like, this is like insane. Like, and here's the thing, I did not buy this pillow online. I did not go to Amazon or any like Japanese website to buy a body pillow. I went to an anime store at my mall to buy this pillow. Okay, mind you, I'm really gonna embarrass myself right now. Body pillows, right? When you think of like the covers, right? Because the covers tend to be like less than 30 bucks. I know this because I bought a second one. I bought a second one on Amazon for like 25, 27 with like taxes, whatever. And it was, you know, that price. And that's how much they typically were if you buy just like the sleeve cover, right? I bought the full pillow, like with the filling inside and everything. That bitch was $70. And I remember saving up money for it. I remember being like, I need to save up money because I'm trying to buy myself an anime body pillow, and I did. And here's the worst part is that my mom was with me. Okay, my mom was with me, and at the time I just started my YouTube channel, so I was like, vlogger moment, me buying an anime body pillow, and my mom was like my cameraman during that. I mean, are you guys even listening to what I'm just telling you guys? Like my mom filmed her child going to the mall, buying an anime body pillow, and I remember standing outside of like whatever store it was. It may have been Hot Topic. I did not buy it from Hot Topic, but I remember we were walking and I was just carrying my big ass like pillow, just because it's a big ass body pillow. It's like they can't put that in a bag where it's like hide whatever you're buying. It's like, no bitch, like they make you walk out of that store holding this giant fucking pillow, and like I just walked through the entire fucking mall proudly hugging my anime body pillow, and my mom was recording me, and I'm so ashamed of it. I am really like, fuck, like I really made my mom do that. Like, oh my god, I am so sorry, mom. Okay, so this last one is one that was also very recent, and I don't know how you guys like felt with it. Like I kind of like think back to it and I'm like, I don't know if it was cringe. It might have been, but it might have been cringe because it was like I was forcing like a character on the internet, and that was my femboy persona. I don't know if you guys remember when, like, before I came out as a like transgender woman, I started making videos of me being a femboy. Okay, when I used to, you know, identify as a boy, I, you know, was putting on this like femboy character on the internet, and the reasoning for that is because I had been watching so much fucking Finster like Twitch streams. I had been watching all these fucking femboys on YouTube, on Twitch. Like it became my personality. There it is again. I make things my personality and I just run with it, and I put this persona on the internet, and now I look back to it and I'm like, wow, I am an embarrassment. Do I regret my fanboy days? No, because I actually enjoyed being a fanboy just as much as I enjoyed being trans, you know, but it's like, it's different because it's like at the time it was like I am a boy who just loves this style, where it's like now I'm a girl, it's like this is who I am, you know what I mean? Like this is who I am full time, right? And I loved being a femboy, and like I would do really cute like dress up videos, makeup videos and stuff like that, or like just talk videos like this, you know. But the difference is I was male representing female looks, right? And I mean, that part I'm not ashamed of, because it, you know, got me into like exploring like my sense of style, my sense of like, you know, getting practice and getting the hang of finding what my, like, you know, type of makeup looks are, you know. So it was fun, you know, it was really fun. But the difference is that, you know, a lot of people view those videos as like, ah, she's just being herself, like, look at her go. And it was me, I was like, no, I was doing that because I was being brainwashed by all these femboys that I had watched on YouTube and on Twitch, and I was trying to be like them. That's why I did those videos, because I had just been non-stop watching so many Finster videos and like Twitch streams and shit like that, and like I wanted to be like them. And that's why I explored being a femboy. And you know what? Here the fuck I am, a trans woman with her YouTube channel. And I can, you know, say that I am ashamed of it, but at the same time, it's like, can you really blame me? I'm just a girl, like, you know what I mean? Anyways, that is it for this video, okay? If you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed listening to my embarrassments, make sure to hit that like button, okay? And also make sure to subscribe to your girl. I really hope you guys can't hear the music playing outside, because my dad is outside playing his loud ranchera music, and I am sorry if you can hear it. I really hope you can't. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. If you guys want to stick around to the end of this video, I always like to do a little hangout outside of whatever this video is, like towards the end. So if you guys want to stick around, you guys definitely can. And if you guys don't want to, if you guys only want to hear my embarrassing stories, then you guys can go ahead and click off as soon as I say goodbye, which would be right about now. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh my god, that was an embarrassment. I literally thought of these like moments like this whole morning. I was like, I'm really terrible, like I am just so cringy and like so terrible, and I'm just like, I am so sorry for any of the moments that I shared on the internet where you're like, damn girl, you're kind of cringe. I apologize for that. Anyways, you guys know that I love to kind of talk about whatever book I'm reading and whatever book I had finished reading at the end of these. So I do have 3 books, and the reason for that is because I finished 2 books. So, you know, I'm really proud of myself. I did talk about The Curious Tides in my last video, how I was reading this one, and I finally finished it, and it was really good actually. And I don't have the second book, but I know this one, the way it ended, it really like leads things into the second one, where it's like, it's pumping you up, like it's one of those like cliffhanger, supposed to hype you up to be like, I am so interested, now I gotta read the second book. So Curious Tides, really good fantasy book. Like I said, if you are very much into like this lunar type of stuff, anything that has to do with like fantasy, the moon, things like that, I recommend it. I really do recommend it. It's a pretty good book. The other book that I finished reading is another fantasy book, and this is a monster romance, and it is Bound to the Shadow Prince by Ruby Dixon. This is actually my first Ruby Dixon book. I have never read the Ice Barbarian series. I do want to though. But this one is a really big book, as you can tell, and I did finish this already. This one, although it's really long, I think it's really good. Like, I actually really like it. This one almost feels like it's almost giving like as if like if Rapunzel was stuck in that tower with like a monster. I mean, I know Mother Gothel was like not a nice person, but like I'm talking about a monster, and the monster was male. And yeah, this book very much romantasy, monster. If you guys are into this, you guys know I fucking love monster romance. This book is really big, but you know, it's doable. I feel like fantasy books are big anyway, so it's like, you know, that's basically it. The book that I'm currently reading, and this one I'm borrowing, I think it's only 2 books, and I'm borrowing both of them from my friend Savannah, shout out to you girl, is One Dark Window, another fantasy book. I'm really getting into my fantasy right now. This book is pretty good so far. I'm like not even halfway through it yet, but like it's pretty good. And from my understanding, it is like goth fantasy, which I fucking love. Okay, you guys know, in case you don't know, I sometimes like being goth, so this is very much like This is very much like, I love it, you know what I mean? I love how I've been reading like different kinds of fantasy, because it's like, I read the Curious Tides, which is basically like fantasy, like slightly dystopian but not really. And then before this I did read Sunrise on the Reaping, which that is very much dystopian. And then I did read this book called The House in the Cerulean Sea. That was like a very cutesy like fantasy book. And then I read this one afterwards, and then I read Bound to the Shadow Prince, which is a monster romance, a romantasy book. And now I'm touching upon goth fantasy. I love it, you know what I mean? All these books that I'm reading, by the way, way better than Fourth Wing. I'm sorry to the Fourth Wing girls out there, but there's more to there's more to fantasy and romantasy than just Fourth Wing. I'm sorry. But anyways, that is pretty much it that I wanted to talk about. I just love going on about books, and just like shit like this. I did move my recording station to my desk now, because it's like I like the mic stand here rather than me holding the mic. I was able to put my ring light up, that's why the lighting is really good. So you know, I did that, kind of like DIY'd it, and yeah, I really liked it. So yeah, that is pretty much it that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm thinking of doing a room tour, guys, because I did move my room around again, as I always do, but I actually really like the way it looks right now. I love it like this. I can just keep it like this for like another year or so. Like, that's how much I'm satisfied with it. So let me know if you guys want a room tour, okay? Or I'll just do it on my own, because I get bored sometimes. But anyways, yes, I will see you guys next time. Bye.